You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's ZENNI.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15.
Never give up, fighting till the end, gotta get back up. No time for loss, fighting till the end no matter what the cost. Keep moving, gotta get back up, what? Keep moving, gotta get back up. Keep moving, gotta get back up, what? Keep moving, gotta get back up.
Happy Thursday. Come on in. Man, it is gorgeous here in Florida for like another 3 days. I said that last week, but we had an extended week of weather here. You snowbirds come down, you stay when it's cold, and it's beautiful, but it's chilly. Then you all leave, and the weather gets just gorgeous spring weather. It's been fantastic here in the beautiful Daytona Beach area. Today, default mode. What's yours? Conversation I've had for years and years and years now. You're doing it already, but is it working for you? Do you have a default mode in everything that you do? When you do, life changes. So we'll talk about that here today. On the podcast, this has been doing this boosty thingy for a very long time. I'd like to make it fancy, but can't seem to do that. It is what it is. And over the years, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people benefited from the stuff that has come out of my mouth on a regular basis. Even me, by the way, because that's kind of what it is, kind of a science experiment. If I can figure out how to make it work for myself, I can share it with you. It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day. My name is Scott Smith. Good to have you. By the way, just a quick housekeeping if I haven't already said this. You know, I got the surprise a few months back, but my hip was not good. I have severe arthritis in my right hip, and it's bone on bone, and I have been just working it really hard here for the past couple of decades, and got to get a new one. That's about it. Arnold Schwarzenegger got a hip. Okay, I can do it too. So we've been training really hard, and it's about ready to go. And I just got an email today. Hey, Scott, ready for pre-op today? Are you still having your call? I have a coaching call today. I said, yes, I'm having a call. I don't stop. It's just an hour and a half on the table, right? Just going to go in and do this. But I did want to say this to you. Remember that next week, the surgery is on Friday, May 3rd. And the week after that, all these shows will be pre-recorded. Now, that's not unusual for me to record a week's worth of shows in advance. Depending on what's going on, I do it often. However, it is unusual for me to go into something that's, kind of serious and people really care about, and you're concerned whether I'm going to be okay or not. I know that because you'll send me notes all the time. Just know they're pre-recorded, so I'm not going to say a word about it on the podcast. If you want to know where I am, I'll probably be updating you on my Facebook page, just dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook. I assume everything will be fantastic, And I just want to lay your fears down because I will get emails Monday morning. Scott, where are you? How are things? You didn't talk about it. What's going on? I get it. So it's cool. But thank you, Ralph, for bringing that up to me today. What are we going to talk about today? Oh, who cares? Let's talk about default mode, okay? I don't know what your personal philosophy is about how you live your life. I don't know. Are you an upbeat, happy person? Are you a grumpy person? Are you joyful? My wife is joyful. Her name is Joy. It really helps that her name is that way because she absolutely is. Although this past weekend with wedding plans that we had and all the stuff we had to do, she wasn't so joyful. Never seen her basically trashed. But, not drunk, no, just tired. What's your default mode? Life is easier when you have a default mode. Now, people say, Scott, you have mentioned in the past this thing called default mode, my personal default mode. What does that mean? Well, anybody who has any success or anybody who has any failure in life, there is one thing I know for sure. You are defaulting to something. Even if you feel, no, I don't default, Scott. I'm spontaneous. I just always changing. Well, that's your default mode because I know people who will not do that. You've just decided to mess up with your life all the time or decided to be disciplined all the time. You're going to the gym. We talked yesterday on one of these shows this week. I don't know what it was about going to the gym and working out and bench pressing 319 pounds, frankly, relatively easily. It was like, I probably did a little bit more. And I got some emails on Facebook saying, hey, Scott, so what was that? It was a default mode, really simple. It was 3 days a week, 30 minutes of workout, 4 exercises for about 3 months. That was it. 3 days a week. Work by chest. 1 day a week for 3 months. Went from about 120 pounds to 319 pounds. I defaulted to it. There is nothing else other than that. I just said, time to go. And I went and did it. Went to my trainer. I said, do your thing. And that was it. That's a default mode. Success in all areas of your life smooths out when you know how and what you expect of yourself. It gets better when others know what to expect of you as well. Let me back up on that. When you know what your default is, you're just going to do it. Yes, stuck in your ways. Yes, content and boring. Yeah, okay. Get up and do it. When you do that, everybody around you also sees you do that. The success you have is going to be built on your ability to do that, not your ability to get up and just mess things up all day long. When I say mess things up, it's not a negative. I mean, to go into massive action mode. A lot of you guys do that every single day. You're like 3 days in a row, 3 weeks in a row. You push so hard, just throwing everything you can at the wall. And then you go and just, I'm so tired. I have to do whatever. You crash and burn. Your personal default mode is a consistent way of acting in different areas of your life. For example, how do you respond to stress? I respond to stress by getting quiet and thoughtful. I don't get upset. I don't freak out. I don't do it. I've learned to do that. That's my default mode. When things get crazy, Scott gets quiet. When I was learning to fly airplanes, I used to freak out my instructors because they assumed since I got quiet, I was scared to death. And they needed to get in my face and kind of teach me how to fly the airplane. I said, leave me alone. I'm fine. That's how I handle stress. I know that. What's yours? How do you do that? What happens when you don't get what you want? I don't like it. I don't like to be told no. Never have liked to be told no. Used to get mad when I got told no. Now I get even. No, I'm kidding. What happens now is I recognize the fact that, okay, if somebody tells me no, this really doesn't have anything to do with me. It has everything to do with them. Once I got that attitude, I was like, okay, well, great. I'll just get through this day. I just, sure, it was a no, but let's keep on going and keep building. I lean into it. What do you do? Is there behavior that you expect from others? And do they know that? My guess is there's a good chance there is a behavior that you expect from others because I know almost everybody does that. Why do they do that? I can't believe they did that. I just dealt with hundreds and hundreds of people here in the past couple of weeks, hundreds and hundreds. And to be honest with you, I know I was having an expected behavior, and very often I didn't get what I expected. Does it matter? Not really. It doesn't. So my default mode was just kind of expect anything from anybody at any time and don't worry about it. The only person I can hold accountable is myself. That's it. So is there a behavior you expect from others that may be bothering you? Maybe you need to revisit that. Do they know you want that behavior? Oftentimes in a family, they don't know the behavior you're expecting. How can they please you if they don't know what you want? So I want you to consider the default mode in everything you do. I started teaching default mode years ago when it came to dieting. People would want to create a special diet, need special diet food. What special diet food, you say? Oh, it's special diet food that essentially is like real food, but fake. Ick. I don't like diet food. So I said, why don't you do this? Why don't you choose one breakfast, one lunch, and a variety of dinners, but maybe 5 dinners a week. Repeat a couple of them. That's it. That's all you do. Default to that. 1 breakfast, 1 lunch. Make all your calculations. Do all your calorie stuff. Just get it all done and just do it. Goal is not to eat a lot of variety of food. The goal is to lose weight, right? It works. Same thing with working out. Just decide what it's going to be. Doesn't have to be a lot. And just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Put it in place. How about your work? Same thing. Do you have a ritual, a process? Do you have stuff you do all day that works in a certain way? It's boring, I got to tell you, because once you're boring, life is good. Once things settle down and you have a default mode that you're working everywhere, life gets good. So here's your homework assignment today, if I may. I want you to become aware of the things you're doing throughout the course of a day that you could ritualize. Let's try that word, see if it works out the second time. You can ritualize into a default behavior you could do again and again and again, maybe to the point you could write it down, and eventually you won't even need to because it's just who you are. Don't worry about anybody else or what they say. You do what works for you. That's it. Default is easier, and in between the default, let me tell you what happens. You get creative and life gets fun. When you don't have to think about all the stuff, you get time to think about some very cool stuff. So what's your default mode? Figure it out, write it down, live by it. It is exactly what will ultimately define you as a person in this lifetime. Everybody know what you did, and so will you. Have a good day. I'm going to see you tomorrow as we wrap up the week right here on the Daily Boost.
Keep moving, gotta get back up, what?